Good morning. Today is, I already have it on. Today is Tuesday. It's not Monday. Today's Tuesday. Hold on, I know this. January 24th. 2 days is my daughter's birthday. We are on our ride along with Dee on our way to work today. This is my video diary that I do these every day when I'm in the car alone. And I apologize for my messy attire here. I do these every day when I'm alone. It's just a video diary, so I don't like to write. As I said a million times before, I'm on my way to work. I'm alone anyway. May as well put down my thoughts. So, my daughter and I do ride along with Dee and Sarah on the way to cheer practice too. Some of those are pretty funny. Our conversations get crazy. She doesn't let me post a lot of them though. I don't know why. I'm sorry about that. Get that out of the way. So anyway, please subscribe below if you'd like to see more of these. Some of them are okay. Some of them are not really entertaining, I don't think. But I put them on anyway. Whatever. Talk about whatever. Let me know if you want me to talk about anything. I'd be more than happy to. And subscribe below if you don't like my video or you're not happy with it. That's okay. I apologize. But move on to the next video. Alrighty. So, today, it's kind of icky out. Temperature's 39 degrees. Live in the Northeast, as some of you may or may not know. I am on my way to work. I work about 20 minutes, 19 minutes to be exact, from my home, depending on traffic. It is a little misty out today. It's been raining for the past 4 or 5 days now. It's been very cloudy. It's actually bright today, but it's still cloudy, but it's bright. You can see the sun's trying to shine through. Not that y'all needed a weather forecast, but anyway. I'm feeling good today for a change instead of blah, from the weather. Like, you know, you get miserable from the weather, but then when the sun is shining bright and it's a beautiful day, everybody's like, oh, happy-go-lucky. That's me today. Not so happy-go-lucky, but the sun is trying to come out, but it's not going to happen because there is no blue in the sky at all. None. It's still gray, but it's bright. I like bright. Not real bright, but bright. So, there doesn't seem to be a lot of traffic right now, because right now it is 9:28 in the morning. Usually I have to be at work by 8:30ish, and I'm usually late. If you've been following me, you know that I am always late for work. Never late for anything else, but always late for work. I am super late today because I worked last night till 10 o'clock. I do utilities and environmental for the department at work, and we had a lot of power outages last night because up here in the Northeast we had a wind and rain storms, and so we had a lot of power outages. Don't go, dude. So I had to find out what restoration times were for the power outages in our areas, and so on and so forth. So I did that till 10 o'clock last night when I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. So I was like, alright, I'm done. So, I'm going in late. I get paid hourly. So technically I'm over hours if I work my regular hours the rest of the week. Well, I got online last night around 6. So it's 4 hours I worked over. Yesterday I left a half hour early. Today I'm going in an hour late. So I still have an hour and a half to go. I ain't splitting hairs about it. It is what it is. I'm not worried about it. Some people at work are like, I worked 15 minutes over on such and such a day, so I'm leaving 15 minutes early today. Or like they're down to like who cares? Like there'll be times when I'll say to my boss, yo, well, I gotta run out and run up to the bank or whatever. She'll be like, go ahead, do whatever. Like, so like they're not keeping me to a time clock. Why do I gotta keep them to it? So like I don't. Yeah, I'm supposed to work just 40 hours, but I usually work over anyway. But I don't charge them for it. I mean, I'm trying to advance my career. Doing what I can do. So, that's that. Anyway. Not a lot of traffic this time of day. I'm liking this. I don't see any buses because they're all probably tucked away now. They're home and asleep, I guess. New restaurant just opened up. This little corner place used to be a flower shop, a florist, for years and years and years, as long as I can remember. And then they closed up quite a few years ago, and it was empty. Sorry, coffee, none yet. Actually, I lied. I had cold coffee this morning. My husband gave it to, came up this morning regular time with my coffee, and I was like, I'm going in late. And then when I woke up, it was cold, so I just had a couple sips of it because I don't like cold coffee. But he already left, and I feel bad, but whatever. So anyway, they some guy finally bought the place, and they put a little restaurant in there. So we went in the one day. My father, yeah, gosh, my husband and I went in one day, and he got. I don't remember what he got to eat, but I think he had a cheesesteak or something. And I had a meatball sandwich, but it was freezing cold. It was like a cold day. It was freezing cold in there because their heat didn't work. It was blowing air, like cold air. So the guy had the HVAC guy there to fix it, but it was so cold. We were trying to eat. We couldn't enjoy our food. My meatball sandwich came out hot, and by the time I bit into it, it was freezing. It was cold. It was horrible. I believe they got it fixed. Like, that was like the first week they opened. So we got to give them another shot. The people were super nice. Super, super, super nice in there. So I'd like to try it again. I just drove by. The guy's open for breakfast. I didn't realize that. Not that I would go for breakfast anyway. I'm not a big breakfast eater. Should I just do coffee, and maybe I'll do a bowl of cereal, but not so much. Not often. Yeah, I'm not big on breakfast. I know it's the most important meal of the day, but I don't do it. I'm not in the mood to eat when I first get up. Sometimes I wake up and I'm starving. You know, I find out that I am hungrier in the morning when I wake up if I ate before I go to bed. Like, if I grabbed a snack or something, like, let's say cookies, for instance, because let's face it, I like cookies. If I had a few cookies, which I actually had a few last night, but I didn't go to bed till late, then I wake up and I'm hungry. So I guess it's like if I eat after 7 at night, let's say, I'll put a time on it, but I don't know for sure what the time is. But if I eat like after, so let's say 7, I wake up and I'm starving. If I stop eating at 7 and I don't eat, then I wake up, I'm fine. I'm not hungry. Like, why is that? Because you would figure you'd be hungrier for not eating. Yeah, I don't. Something to ponder. I don't know. I do not know the answer to that. And it's like, it's doing this rain, like it's spitting, but it's not enough to go with the windshield wipers. It's the intermittent stuff, but even my slow intermittent isn't intermittent enough. It's too, and I don't want to have to sit here and go all friggin' morning. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's annoying. It's going, Today at work, we have a team lunch. Yeah, we were in a meeting. We had a team meeting last week, but my boss had to cut it short because he's the one that wanted to have the meeting, so we had the meeting, but it was supposed to be an hour, and he's like, I gotta leave in a half hour. I got another meeting. Sorry, guys, we're gonna do another one next week. So he asked me to set up the meeting. I'm like, yeah, no problem. And so I wrote down on my pad, I'm like, lunch. Joe is taking team out for lunch. And he's like, oh, and I was joking, totally joking. And he's like, oh, that's a good idea, let's do that. I'm like, he's like, yeah, we're gonna do that. So today we have our team meeting, but it's a lunch, and we're going to a restaurant. It's funny. So we're doing that today. I have another meeting, and then my boss set up a meeting. Oh, it's another hour I have. I'm usually done by 3:30, 4 o'clock. I have a meeting she's set from 4 to 5, so I'm there another hour. I'm like, I'm taking Friday off. Fuck. Sorry, kids. Bad word. Bad word. Don't say that word. I have the worst mouth. The worst potty mouth sometimes. It's horrible. I try so bad. It just slips out. We went, my father, I grew up in a Catholic house. We weren't super religious, but Catholic nonetheless. And my father's very Italian. We were very, I don't want to say prim and proper, but we grew up, you know, you didn't curse. You know, I didn't even know what sex was. I learned it on the streets. Like, it was a very sheltered, very great upbringing. I mean, I wouldn't change my growing up years for the world. I mean, I grew up in a nice neighborhood. We had a pool. Like, we didn't want for anything. Like, you know, we weren't wealthy, but we didn't want for anything. So anyway, I grew up in it wasn't a harsh environment. It was a very calm, nice, proper environment where I grew up. We did not curse. Don't curse in front of parents. You don't curse in front of elders. So once I started growing up, I started cursing. Like around friends and stuff, you know, people do that. Well, my father, he lives in South Carolina, so I see him once a year or so. He comes up for Thanksgiving, and we usually have lunch, my daughter, him and I, and his girlfriend, Carol. So we were out to eat this past Thanksgiving that just passed, and I must have cursed. I didn't even realize it. Didn't even know I said anything. I didn't say the F word, but I said some other words, like the S word or the D word. So I didn't realize I said it. And then we got in the car. My daughter's like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "I can't believe you said those words." I'm like, "What words?" She said, "You cursed in front of Papa." I'm like, "What?" No, I didn't. Like, it's like, you don't do that. Like, it's respect. It's a respect thing, you know what I mean? My daughter curses up a storm from what I'm told. She's 20. Well, she'll be 22 days. She'll be 20. From what I'm told, she curses up a storm, but she never, ever, ever, I've never heard her curse. My husband's never heard her. She does not curse in front of adults. It's just the way it is. It's a respect thing. So it's awesome. But yeah, apparently I did. And then I thought, after she said that, I was walking with my dad's girlfriend. I don't know if she's considered his wife. They're not officially married, but they've been together so long. So I don't know how that works, but I guess he considers her his wife. My mother's passed. I guess she's his wife, but they're not married. But I don't know. I'll have to ask him. Oh, a tree down. A tree is down. But anyway, we'll just say wife for the sake of argument. His wife. So her and I were walking out of the restaurant. My dad and my daughter were ahead of us, and we're walking out and we're talking, and she said something, and I said, I don't know what the F. I think that's what I said. I don't know what the F I did, or something like that. The word F was involved. And I don't know if I said, I don't know what the frig, or what the F, the actual word. And she never batted an eye, and I didn't think of it. So my daughter said something, and I was like, oh my God. When we got in the car, her and I was like, oh my God, did I just say the F word to her? Like, not like F you. But did I say, I don't know what the F? Like, oh my God. She never said a word, so. Then they probably use it, just like we do, you know? My dad's 82. Dad is 82. Jeez. She's like 70-something. But they're young, 82 and 70-something, you know? But they're getting ready to go on a trip. They go on cruises a lot. I want to go on a cruise. Who's been on a cruise? I want to go. I can't get anybody to go with me. I'm a little afraid, though. Like, it'll be a Titanic all over again. And I'll have to swim for days. I want to do, like, a cruise to an island or something. Everybody says they're so inexpensive. So, my neighbor, he goes all the time. Him and his family. So, he was trying to talk me into it one time. He's like, look, think of it this way. You go on vacation, right? So, you got to drive, or let's say you fly to your destination. All right, so you fly to Florida from northeast of Florida. Okay, so that costs you, for 3 people, let's say, or 4 people, costs you X amount of dollars. Then you're there, you got to rent a car, more whatever money. Then you have to pay for your hotel, more money. Then you have to pay for meals, more money. Then you have to, like, you're going to want to do stuff. You're not just going to sit around. So you're going to have drinks, and you're going to, like, go sightseeing and buy tchotchkes or whatever the heck. More money. Then, I mean, it just, by the time all said and done, a vacation from northeast to Florida for 4 people, you're looking at, and let's not even say Disney. Let's just say, you know, Key West or whatever. Like an island, or, I don't know, like tropical in Florida. Time all said and done for 4 people, you're figuring like about $1,000, if not more, per person. You're looking at like $5,000–6,000. On a cruise, he said it's like $2,000 for a family of 4. All meals included. You could do the beverage thing, it's $50 a day or something like that, depending on how long you go. And then you do your little excursions here and there. And he said, you know, you're looking at $2,500 for 4 people for the week, as opposed to $5,000–6,000, you know. So it does make sense. My daughter won't go with me. I don't know why. She's afraid. She's all Titanic too. Whoops, this little thing, I gotta cut that off. This is usually where I would say bright light. This is that road, but there's no bright light. Usually the sun's like right here, and there's no trees to block it. This thing needs to stay up there. Oh, sorry, it's just gonna hang there. My husband would go, but then I don't want to leave my daughter behind. And then if the ship sinks and my husband and I die, I don't want her to be alone, so I want her to come with us. Like, we all die together. That messed up. That is messed up. I don't want her to be alone. Oh my gosh, there's no parking here. This is what happens when you come late. This is what happens when you come to work late. Oh, I think I can go to ways in there. I'm gonna try it. I'm backing up. I'm at my destination. I'm at my job. Coming late doesn't pay when it comes to parking here, though, because who can back up like nobody's freaking business? I don't want it so that that guy can't get in his car now. It's tight here, super tight. Can you get in? I don't know. I am here at my destination. I gotta get into work, so I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Have a good day.